Steps between our Groton Public Libraries, Massachusetts, New York. Boy, what a story. I got another one today. All right. Kelly. Got it.
I have a, he was coming to, he and his wife were coming to spend a few certain time, and all of a sudden they call and say, well, it's gonna be another hour and a half because we're in Groton, Massachusetts.
Oh, I'm not even kidding how much this has been happening lately.
He was having a moment. He's really a nice guy.
That's actually.
Sorry. Massachusetts.
Yeah, we received,
Yeah,
we received a laser print.
I know.
Like
Typically,
money
it
bag.
might be a lot worse, but it
Yeah,
feels.
and for this person, and it was delivered to us, but to the town hall, because it's at 45 Fort Hill Road. So, long story, I called Groton Mass and was like, hi, because we frequently have. They're like, nope, not ours. So I looked at the name for Groton Public Library, New York.
Yeah.
So her and I have been talking, we're besties now, all the Groton Public Libraries, because now we're all on a chat. 'Cause I had to ship them back to her, and it was a whole issue, but they're like, let's do a Groton and read. Between our public libraries.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they included the Vermont lady too, because Vermont,
There was a
there's
Groton,
Groton
Vermont.
Public Library in Vermont. There's 4, yeah, at least 4 in this region, so.
So you're gonna do that?
We might, yeah, they were really excited about it. They're like, let's do something. I'm like, shoot. Now I feel like we're a consortium now because we've been talking so.
Yeah, she said there is. I don't.
Where is it?
What?
Groton, New York. Where is it?
It's about 5 hours, so. West of, I think it's Ithaca.
Oh,
Way out there.
oh, it's out there. Okay.
Uh,
A lot of times when I do Groton for us, the Massachusetts
always
always comes up.
With the Massachusetts.
Yeah.
They must have good data behind there.
But I haven't seen in New
It
York.
just keeps going.
Well, I think I got a call yesterday, from Sarah, she's like, I'm sorry, are you
So nice to just take.
calling from Connecticut, or they're like, oh, no, wrong route. What is your accent?
Wouldn't we just keep talking?
It's too much for him.
It's so funny.
Chuck and Sashi, I have not heard. Jenna's gonna join by Zoom. She said, "Do you mind letting her?"
Not at all, babe. I'm happy to do that.
So we're on the big.
Where you going, Kathy?
Like we're a little.
Oh.
We'll be in Worcester.
Okay, there it is.
Doing something focused or?
Yeah, it's a residency at the Connecticut there because they. The little.
It's recording now?
Away in the summertime, so they let other people come in and do the services.
Thanks. Oh, it's not she. Here's Sashi.
We have a full house today.
We do. Plus if Chuck comes, so.
I could pay for another minute.
No. We might need to get another chair just in case.
Wow, yes.
You won't mind if I, out of the chair, please, Chuck joins us?
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow, we are so many.
I know.
Good.
Do you have your grands?
Yeah.
This weekend, they're coming, but not the older ones. The older ones are older. They're busy,
Right.
So
Have her.
They come to pass tomorrow night.
Glasses. Do I need them?
Sarah, her parents coming also from the pond.
I'm trying to get used to the progressive thing.
They all leave Sunday. There's something up in New Hampshire, and then I'm gonna meet Sarah on Tuesday. Massachusetts and take this week back. And the catch comes in, let's see.
Today.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to get back out of that.
Yeah, I know.
Oh,
Seriously. Pick up a child.
Claim in your house.
He's driving me nuts. So anyway. Anyone?
Why don't we go ahead and get started?
I hope you had a great time.
Need a gavel.
Hello?
Or not. Hi.
Yeah, I can do it.
I'm gonna call this to order at 4:03. Welcome, everyone. We'll start with a roll call and then get into the fun stuff. Catherine Brady, I'm here. Marilyn Comrie.
Here.
Hallie, Heather. Jenna Lowenstein will be.
She's here
Zooming
now.
in. Excellent.
There she is.
Sashi. Barb Nagy here. Marie.
Yes.
Carl Strand is not here yet. And Sue here. All right. Now you'll notice we have.
Sorry, I was muted, but I'm here.
Hey, Jenna. As you saw in your agendas, we now have 2 student representatives joining the board.
Congratulations.
Welcome.
This is Paige Gauthier and Bella Ormento. And I warned them that I was gonna ask them to say a few words about themselves. I'll start, Paige.
Oh, me? I'm 16. I go to Marine Science Magnet High School. I'm a competitive dancer. And
There you go.
all types except the tap. I'm Bella Ormento. I'm 14. I go to fit. I play with Thomas and do other sports. Volleyball, swim. Oh, softball. Softball.
Nice, very good.
I like being this.
But I know I speak for all of us, so we're just delighted that you guys stepped forward and wanted to join the board.
You're fabulous volunteers. So that out.
Oh,
So thank you.
Any comments from the public? That would be you.
Oh, I want to give my report.
Maybe we
Yeah.
can do that later. Communications, anyone? All right. In that case, may I have a motion to approve the minutes from June 18th?
So moved.
Second. Second from Alan. Does anyone need time to read them? In that case, we will move right on to all in favor of approving the minutes as written here, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Those are approved unanimously. Thank you very much. So we're on to statistics.
So along with statistics, I just wanted to say in the meeting minutes, because this isn't a change, this is to refer to the statistics you had asked a question.
Yes.
And it was related to why visits declined. Last month would have been what, May to May. And it, I'll be honest, I really believe because of the last couple months, last year, if you remember, our people counter was down. So we tried to make a very good guesstimate of how many people, because honestly, no one's standing there at the door clicking. So that, because I noticed looking at programs and meeting room attendance and looking at, you know, the outside programs that we've had, there was no way it was 14,000 from last May. So, yes, so that is why we're seeing a little bit of a strange fluctuation. So, but now we're back on track. We actually have a people counter, so should be good going forward. So this for June statistics. Looking at, you know, there's some little dips from comparatively to last June. But what did I want to know? There was something I wanted to know. I am interested actually in the numbers starting to go up for ebooks for YA and children. For the longest time, we've seen it, you know, not as explosive as say what we've been seeing with adults being excited about the ebooks. But I think one thing is the schools are trying to promote a little bit more with their ebook catalog, which can connect to ours. So I think that could be one thing. Teachers are promoting it a little bit more. And yes.
Connect to the other 2 Groton libraries or just?
Yes, yep, all 3 of our libraries are connected, yes. And it's connected to the school's ebook platform, so. So, I'm thinking maybe that, and what's interesting about that is if we, as we see it, on the incline, The person who purchases for ebooks and e-audio will start to add more to the collection. It was kind of flat for a little while because there was no interest and no one was requesting anything. But that may change as we move forward. What else on the note? Our programs, if you look at, previous years, I just wanted to kind of get a sense of the wild fluctuations we may be seeing in programming over the last couple years. But one thing to note, in June of 2023, the third column, it looks like we had a lot of people at a program. That was the Groton Outdoor Market that we had with Thrive, which brought in a lot of people outside. And of course, we averaged the attendees at that as well. So that's not a specific number. So I think 1255 just on our own programs is pretty good, with our kickoff and everything. So anyway, just wanted to note that. Questions, concerns?
Then we'll chance reports.
As Emily said the last meeting, we were still into the hiring process. 3 library aides have started. They are in training right now. And we are making offers for the substitute librarian positions that are open by the end of this week. So we finish our interviews.
That's included in the 3.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
2 up ones. Substitute librarians. So that will grow our pool. Actually, we lost a couple in our pool. Emily being one. And so we've added, we're going to be adding some more.
So are you caught up on slots if these people say yes?
Yes. Can I knock on?
I know.
Is this what?
I know. Too good to
Have a full staff and it's just great news.
Sorry, another
Yes.
question. So where does Mike fall in this?
Michael is technically labeled a substitute librarian. We are going to utilize the some of the hours in that pool for him to be in the archive. And along with that archive thought process, as Emily mentioned too, but where we are now, I'm putting the final touches on the job description for a project archivist, which I'm hoping the person will start in September. So we could potentially have the grant-funded archivist. We could have Michael on Fridays, and then we have 2 part-timers that are going to be they help digitize some of the materials. So
Just for explanation, because Michael was director very recently, knows everything about genealogy, had a huge amount to do with the books. So you may know him already. So that's why all of this archiving and archivist is important to make sure that works.
and we're getting quite a number of questions and research, interest in the archives room. In fact, one of our librarians just did a tour of the Jabez Smith house this morning for family members that came to visit. And yeah, so the interest is definitely there, as we knew, but move along on that. I'm sure you noticed as you pulled in that there's things going on the roof. Roof has started as of today, and we're looking at a hopefully 2 to 6 week. That's what they're giving us for a time frame, but it is moving. Seemed very professional. They've cornered off sections of our parking, so the parking lot may be a little more fuller than usual. In fact, I was just told that Thrive's having an event from 10 to 12 on biking right out in the parking lot. So you want to avoid tomorrow
Tomorrow. FYI.
or come after 1 o'clock maybe. Or really early at
On
night.
that roof.
Yes.
Yes, I can't even imagine. But that's moving along and it's exciting. I do have some news, but the Supreme Court ruling on E-rate or that funding, the USAC. The Supreme Court made a decision. They do not find the funding mechanism. They do not find it unconstitutional. So they said that the Congress can allow the FCC to then have this delineated group called the Universal Service Administrative Company handle the funding for schools and libraries, this thing called E-rate, where they have the fund. So it was brought to the attention, one of the courts, circuit courts, brought up that it appeared unconstitutional, and Supreme Court ruled 6-3 in favor. So that is moving forward. The question now will be E-rate itself, the funding is coming from the Universal Service Fund, and that Universal Service Fund is dwindling. Because it's dwindling, the funding. So they're looking at what would be the next funding mechanism for this service.
Why is
Because it's, if you remember, this is the best thing I can, on your telephone bill, there was a little thing at the bottom that said Universal Service Fund. Well, that money was put into this little pot, and this is where it was extracted from. But because cable and landlines and everything are disappearing, or, you know, cutting the cord or whatnot, what's the next funding mechanism that we can have that? So they're looking at things that maybe internet, like, so that's Congress. That's the next thing that they're looking at. But for now, our funding has been secured for this year, and we put in our application for the coming year. So. CERSI is our computer system that we use in the library, and our contract is ending in November. And so right now we're working with the company on pricing and services, like, you know, are the services that we have, do we need extra things? So the next step is, it's my Groton Public Library and Waterford are the negotiating team, and then we'll work with the two other libraries. You know, next steps on that. Circle of friends.
Greetings from the Circle of Friends. Our June open hours book sale generated an astounding $970.20. That's the highest total I've ever spent coming here 5.5 years. So that's really, really good. We have our we have our end of summer bake sale on Friday, August 8th, from 9:30 a.m. until 3 p.m. Our August book sale will be on Tuesday, the 19th. A group of people made a $300 donation at our July open hours book sale. $300, just one group. Now, I don't have the final numbers for that event yet, but it was at least $535. I'll have the total of that next month.
Well, I can tell you, when I left at 1 o'clock yesterday, we had made 850.
Wow.
We had made 612 when I got there at 11 because of that $300 donation.
300 wasn't included.
It wasn't.
No, it's an addition.
We're doing really good now.
Yeah, so I think it's gonna be pretty good.
Is this more people coming in, or the people just being incredibly generous?
I've seen both.
Yeah.
People
We
and
had a lot of people yesterday, but also we had a huge donation of books Monday, and somebody stayed and put them all out, and
I wasn't
went.
kidding.
yeah. Yeah,
It was like
amazing.
a blue bin up to the top filled, and then another 2 carts.
And Patty sure stayed, I don't know how late to put them all out, so.
Yeah.
But they told me that the person who gave the $300 was starting a bookstore or something, and she'd come in and she got a ton of books. That was before I got here, though.
Lovely.
It's okay.
yeah,
Yep.
we'll take it.
We were talking about that.
Okay, moving on to other news. We have canceled our Roger Williams Park Zoo pass. It was just too expensive and no one used it. So we decided to cancel it. Our next meeting will be on Saturday, September 20th. At 9:30 in the morning. And we will set our new board of officers. All positions are available. If anyone is interested in joining, come on over. We'll have free coffee and we'll have good time. Saturday, September 20th at 9:30 in the morning. That concludes my report. Any questions, anyone?
I have a question, and it's not about your report. It's excellent. It's, and you may know, the Betty Ann Ryder Scholarship
Mhm.
that the Circle of Friends funds for a student at Three Rivers, now CT State in the library tech program. Was that? Well, Callie and I used to be very, I guess, upfront involved
Oh,
in the, on the college side, but
yeah.
that now, for several years now, it's a foundation
Mhm.
that, and I was just wondering if a donation, the scholarship was funded this past year.
It is, actually, I can answer that. They
Okay.
continue to donate the $250 a year.
Mhm.
We don't have anything to do with choosing the candidate.
Right, nor do we, nor do
Yeah,
we.
yeah.
Yeah.
But yes.
Oh, that's terrific.
I
Okay.
think it was brought up in one of the meetings, maybe we'll revisit that, Lee, about increasing it.
It was somebody
Feel like-
mentioned that.
yeah.
I don't know whether we would need. to
Couldn't
be
remember.
A special
Mhm.
event just for that, because when people get to the book sale, they think it's going to the.
Right,
library.
absolutely.
Might need to have a special.
But I feel like it was
Somebody did-
mentioned,
somebody
right?
did
Okay.
mention it Or to that
Yep.
scholarship fund.
Mhm.
So-
Yeah.
Do you hear who the recipient is? Because I,
No, I don't think.
you don't.
We can check.
Well,
I
I
used to hear.
Oh,
you know.
yeah. The foundation.
Hmm.
And it's what used to be very specific applications for, but now they have a common, well, I say not now, probably the last, what, 3 years? 4 years?
Yeah, it has been
We
quite.
have a common application, and at the foundation level, they, when the applications come in, they say, okay, this student here, qualifies for A, B, F, G, H, Y,
Yeah.
and this, so, it's all done, and that was to basically disengage state workers from collecting money and,
So it's centralized.
right,
Mhm.
right. So it's a foundation, which is which went with the,
Mhm.
from Three Rivers also went to the CT State as the Three Rivers Foundation.
Okay,
Right.
yeah, that's well.
Circle of Friends funds it.
Yes, yes. certainly.
We'll
And that's
check
been
in.
for probably years have.
Oh, it's
It was initiated when Betty Ann retired.
Yeah,
2018.
yeah, it's
Yeah.
gotta be around that,
Right.
yeah.
Right.
That would be good.
But we thank the Circle of Friends,
Oh,
very much for,
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
Yes.
great, I'll look into that.
okay, great. And if you need me to make any phone calls, I can look too.
Okay.
If you guys-
Thank you.
Some upcoming program and services that I wanted to tell you, where I don't know how many people remember the library book bike. It's been on display outside, the doors here. We are bringing it to the beach, concerts,
Cool.
2 times, tomorrow night and also in August on the 14th. So, Parks and Rec was very excited. I think they forgot about it. They saw it, like, yes, so they are gonna come pick it up for us, bring it to the beach, and Kim is going to be there. And Anne.
Yep.
Okay, so they're gonna be there and talk to the library and
At the beach.
it's really
Mm.
something, so. Todd Gibson is returning after a very long time. I haven't seen him in a long time. He's going to be talking, I believe, about his National Geographic book. But we're very excited to have him back. This last time it was standing room only, and he's just, yeah, he's wonderful. So he'll be here on Tuesday, July 22nd. Scholastic Book Fair, we're setting up on Friday. The fair will go between those dates, the 18th, July 18th to August 8th. And of course, what we receive back from the Scholastic Book Fair is mostly in credits. So we can then purchase things like books for the summer reading. We've bought bookcases before for the books in the book sale room. So it's all related to literature, books and things for youth. Yeah, so that'll be going on. And then summer reading finale, I cannot believe I'm already talking about it. It's like midsummer start. Will be Friday, August 8th. And we're having an acrobatic.
Yes. I'm an acrobat.
Yes, she will be here, very
It's gonna
excited.
be amazing.
And one thing that I left off of here that is very important, because we've been trying to get this person for the last year and a half. Alan Valiero, he is a prior White House butler.
Oh.
And he is coming, the program's called Serving History, an evening with the White House butler. And that's on Thursday, August 7th at 6 p.m. We asked if he'd like to be filmed. He said he would love to. He is going to have books available. He has a book that he published. He can sign them. He also is bringing artifacts and things from his time in the White House. So,
That's very.
sounds fascinating. I'm like, I want to know.
Under whose administration was he?
I want to say at least 4 presidents, back pretty far from Ford on, I
Wow,
believe.
that is a long time ago.
But he seems delightful.
What time of the day?
It's 6 p.m.
Yeah.
August 7th, Thursday. And like I said, we are going to be filming. So you'd be
Will it be
Sound-
live streamed or just?
no, just yeah. Funny enough, he's done this lecture all over the place, and he's like, I've never been able to get a video like be filmed. I'm like, wow, there's a first time for everything, and GMTV will have it on. No, no, he's actually, I want to say New York or Virginia, but really the crux is he comes up to visit somebody and he's only got a couple of days. So we're like, when can we book him? And we missed out last year because he couldn't, the 2 days that he was around. He
No,
couldn't
it'd
come.
be a book signing. Should I basically order?
It's a lecture. He's also selling books and can sign them.
Oh.
And he's also bringing artifacts and things to his program. So,
Can I ask a question? Do you know anything about the little lending library? The one that was in Mystic on Binless Road has disappeared. Do you know anything about that? Why? I know that's not connected to us, but
I don't know.
I'm just wondering why all of a sudden.
Is that something that was operated by Mystic?
Yeah, maybe the one on your street disappeared too?
Yeah, it was somebody, a little kid named, Linda Lou's library.
Oh, well, this one was just a regular,
Was it something, do you know that if Mystic and No Ink were putting books in? Or
I don't know who put it out there, but it was there for a number of years and I drove by. the
That's
other
too
day.
bad.
It's not there anymore. So I was wondering what happened to it.
That's too bad. No, I don't know. Some of ours that we had inside some of the facilities, people were not taking anything. And we also do delivery now. It doesn't have to just be homebound. So if there's specific requests, we fulfill them that way. Yeah, the only one that we have is one outside right out this building. And then we have the one at the beach. And it's a children's one and an adult one.
The one at the YMCA is still there now.
Oh,
I don't know if was in the same.
yeah, I don't know if it's the same
Maybe you
one.
missed it.
I wonder if a mom's club did that because the mom's club has one over at Pequannock over
Oh,
the
maybe.
way.
I don't know. But it's been there for the longest time because I used
Huh.
to put books in there during COVID.
I can also check with Chris over at Mr.
Eastern St. Beach has a shelf, take and return,
Oh,
but it's
that's-
not a formal little free library. I know my daughter brought it home.
No, they're great. I mean, you're at the beach and you don't want your library books getting destroyed. Just grab one from there.
This was a sign, Maestros.
Okay,
one of the-
yes,
We have a
that's nice.
take, whatever, about 1 point.
You have one there too?
Yeah, keep that good organized. It's actually several
That's good.
shelves in the document.
It's good. Like I said, you don't want to get things damaged. Just
No.
take one of those.
Yeah.
Any other questions for you? May I have a motion to approve Jennifer's report? Second,
I'll second.
all in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Thank you. We've already covered the first item in new business. Welcome. I think we discussed this at our last meeting and I don't think we have to vote, but we agreed not to have a meeting in August because it's typical and we could all use them. This next bullet is for you, statutory requirements.
So, I think I mentioned last year, we got ahead of the game. And we looked at our policy, library policy, fine tooth comb. Thank you to the committee. And the great news about that was we were able to submit that to the state library. They had changed some, they brought back some funding that the governor had put back into the budget related to getting your policy updated for, censorship issues and things of that nature. We had to have specific wording, which we did. We did receive extra funding because we complied. Great extra, right? Because we were doing it anyway. But there's been and of course I didn't write it down. Let's see here. Because of the new bill that was passed, SB 1271, relating to, again, expanding on what we were talking about with regards to verbiage, can't take things off shelves, exhibits, displays, reviewing your library reconsideration policy. There's even more defined wording, not crazy, because I looked at some of the checklists already. A lot of it we already adhere to, but we may need to just comb through it one more time, those sections, and they also have to be posted on your website individually. So you can have your whole policy on it specifically, so you can click right on them. Again, most of the work is done. It's just fine tooth combing and ensuring the checklist is, everything's all there. There's 3 pages, one on the reconsideration forms, collection development and maintenance policy, and library display and program policy checklist. So there's some items, but I took a quick glance this afternoon. Again, I don't think it requires tons of time, which is great because there is deadlines to get this in order to qualify for the additional funding as well as your regular funding, which is annual report. So borrow it. So we have to package all of that together, and it says the deadline to have your policies fully approved by the state library is November 1st. We recommend you submit it by October 1st. So what I would probably suggest is we get our committee together again, look at the checklist and, review those pieces and then bring the items back to the board, review and then approve, because I also have to send in the minutes that, it was approved by the board. So
Should we vote on that? Reassembling the committee?
Guess so.
Probably, yeah.
Yeah.
May I have a motion to reassemble the committee that worked on the policy document in order to address the information from the state and get this in timely fashion so that we can retain our funding?
Someone.
Second. All in favor of reconvening that subcommittee, say aye.
Aye.
Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? Thank you very much.
I just ask, so in terms of timing, we gave ourselves a month prior to the vote board. State wants us by October 1st.
And we're not meeting again.
And we're not meeting until,
Oh, the subcommittee's gonna go, right.
but when would you?
So we would bring it to the September meeting. And we don't have to wait a month on that as long as we send out we can distribute by email and then vote on it at the September meeting, I believe.
Mhm.
But the subcommittee will have to get together.
That's what I'm thinking.
Absolutely, yeah. I'm obviously out of the country for a little while, but I will try to get us together in August. Is that gonna be?
Maybe late August? Yeah. I mean, because we'll
Because our meeting is until mid-September.
Right,
So.
right. And there is, the state library is offering 2 sessions, they had 3, 2 sessions about new requirements, which I've read through everything, but I am going to attend one. There's one coming up August 13th that I'm going to attend. So I'll have, if there's any additional, as questions are arising from these sessions. But it's pretty laid out here. I mean, and they gave us checklists, so we could just go down the line. Do we have this, this, and this? And then, so again, it's a matter of re-reviewing, making our edits, and changes, bringing it to the board.
Okay, so we should meet after 8:13 because you're.
Yep. There you go.
Super. So glad we got the bolus of that work done.
I
ahead of
know.
time.
Yes.
I know, I can't
Absolutely.
think of it. It's terrific. It's timely.
Been a bit of a scramble. That's it for new business. On old business, you'll remember that last month we approved modified letters about the IMLS funding. President Trump's executive order pulling some of that. We sent those to Governor Lamont and Attorney General Tong, and I didn't hear from Governor Lamont's office, but within a day and a half, Kara Pissarro, who I think is the chief of staff for Attorney General Tong, wrote and said, "Thank you so much for your kind words of support and for sharing this information. I will pass along your letter to AG Tong and the team working on the IMLS case." So, and she said, please keep in touch. But we, as you'll recall in that letter, we said, if there's anything we can do, please get in touch with us. So perhaps we will be called upon.
Yes.
But
Wonderful.
I love it when they write back and say, yes, we already have a team. I mean, we knew that. And then just today, Jennifer handed me a hard copy note from the Connecticut State Librarian. Dear Ms. Brighty, thank you very much for sharing copies of GPL Board's recent letters to Governor Lamont and AG Tong. You'll remember that we copied in the Connecticut State Librarian as well as our representatives from Groton to the state capital. Your support of IMLS and funding for Connecticut libraries is vital and appreciated. Thank you, exclamation point. Deborah Shander, State Librarian. So, hard copy. I'm
I
impressed.
know. Very good.
Very
Wonderful.
gracious. And then that brings us to the 250th.
Yes. So just a short recap of our last meeting. We talked about website. We're sending off the template for, I won't say design, because it's not really designed. It's already existing. It's just a matter of what we've requested gets put up on the website. So that's in process. And the other major thing was the next step was I've been in contact with the 2 library directors at Mystic and Bill. We were going to sit down with our programming team to start getting things on the calendar because we're going to be the ones who have to book them and who's doing what, so we don't cross over. I also talked about a lot of interesting things, different topics, what we're doing. So it's moving along. Doesn't seem it because there's a lot of behind the scenes happening. We talked about book clubs, and so I think for what it's worth, I think we'll have some interesting things happening to celebrate for next year.
Will the calendar that the libraries are working on, the other programs?
And I did get yours, so I have those. We're putting those in now, and then that's fine. And then what the plan is on the website, there will be what would you call them? Like a sidebar that allows you to click on, and we're gonna put some of the other organizations, so you can click right to them.
Okay.
Yeah,
Rather than just having the calendar, you can also click right, because maybe they want to know what's at work, like what is happening or with other things. So I'm gonna include that.
I have an update from the Heritage.
Oh,
Park
great.
Grand Committee.
Yes.
They are planning a lecture series over the winter, starting either in December or January.
Makes
Be
sense.
5 or 6 lectures, and each one would focus on a different group and how the issue of freedom has
Great.
affected them. So like women, Blacks,
Mhm.
Indigenous people, immigrants. Can't remember what the other one was. Some would be lectures and some would be panel discussions.
Love it.
So, and they would probably be at the Lyman Allen. They're sending a letter to all of the historic sites and partners and asking them if they have ideas for programming that could be collaborative. And they also are talking about doing a book discussion group, and I mentioned that
Awesome.
the libraries were also thinking of doing one.
Mhm.
And Marion Galbraith was like, can you ask them if they're definitely doing it, or if they're not, we would do it. But I wonder if you wanna like collaborate.
I'll be honest with you, there are so many that we can review and, you know, yeah, there's gonna be almost too many for us to, I think, do. And not that you just wanna be like, oh, everybody's just gonna be read 5,000 books on this, but I mean, you know, even if the libraries just do one a month, there's enough for like, you
Yeah.
know,
It seems like you wanna make sure you're not doing
the same book, absolutely.
Maybe.
I will definitely,
Yeah.
because you did mention, you said maybe getting a hold of Marion, and I keep saying,
If you could more comes to Willie Freeman, because I think it could.
What is it?
More comes to Willie Freeman. That,
well, I was,
I don't.
Yeah.
It was a great book, it's written by, Oliver, I think. Anyway, we've had dozens of,
wonderful.
so, you know, that would be good outlet. But it's a great book. It's basically about, you know, the African-American
Mhm.
participants.
Mhm.
I mean, it's not biographical,
Mhm.
but it's based on the issue of an African-American boy having signed up.
Well, there's so many. I mean, even the classic ones, like Venture Smith, I mean, that's his
Yeah.
actual journal.
That was Richard White. Richard White? I think so. So I think part of East Lyme High School. Yeah, yeah, I think it's Richard White who wrote that. Still a good book, though. Yeah. May he rest in peace.
Okay, so I will connect with her.
You'll talk to Marion.
Yes.
So Collier Brothers do have a couple of similar novels, though, for young readers that treat the same subject.
I know, when we had, Damien Crego, that's his, when he did the program on the Patriots of the American Revolution, he kept referring to the Joseph Plum Martin journal. It's like, if you don't have it, you should definitely read it. It's a journal of a young man who is a soldier, and I guess it's his journal. It's one of the a full journal of what happened during, you know, when he was in the army. So, but he referenced it a number of times, and he's like, it's really good. So, again, that, and then Phyllis Wheatley, which is the African American woman poet. She had lots of correspondence between George Washington and even I'm saying this, Occam. I forget it's Samson Occam, who Native American from the Mohegans. So there was conversations between them. But she has a whole book of poetry, which I think would be really wonderful for either Poetry Month or Women's History Month. Plenty to choose from.
I'm still working on Mark Miller, who is descendant of from the family that descended from Jerry Freeman. That's somebody else I know.
Jordan
Freeman. Jerry Freeman, someone else.
Lots of friends.
And I'm working on him to come up with something, because he's a descendant, and he's also, there's a lot of connections between his family and the women who started and I got all of this from Tom Shook, so it's written down somewhere, but you know how Tom talks. The women who started the Prudence Crandall, they were women from New London who were, am I making this up?
Yeah, they were sisters.
Just the sisters, right? Thank you. Yeah, I have it written down
Yeah.
somewhere. And they're connected to Groton through, there's all this stuff. So I'm trying to
Yeah.
work on Mark to do this. I don't know. He did say last time I saw him in the grocery store, he said, yep, working on it.
Well, good thing about the, when we talk about freedom or the time period, it doesn't even have to just be people. We've suggested things like smallpox. Was terrible going through every place and, inoculation started, in America started at that time. So there's books on that. Were they eating, were the colonial spirits? I mean, whiskey rebellion. I mean, there's plenty to look at. It's not just, any one thing. Look at it all.
Anything else anyone wants to bring up? In that case, may I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Marilyn, thank you. Thanks, everybody, and we'll
Thank
see
you.
you. on
Thank
that.
you.
Yeah.
Yeah, welcome, ladies. Be nice to have you.
Yes.